Hello movie fans, this is Tim Witham here for another episode of Movie Review. Now the movie I'm going to be reviewing is called Man of the Year. Now this movie is PG-13 and it stars Robin Williams. First off, allow me to make this clear and remind you all of one thing. If you know anything at all about Robin Williams, you know you can expect him to do a little cursing in his movies and in his work. His movies include The Birdcage, Mrs. Doubtfire, and RV, as well as Popeye the Sailor Man, the movie. Now, this guy, Robin Williams, has done a lot of comedian stand-up comedy. And most of his comedy work, his stand-up comedy work, he curses like a sailor. I mean, this guy constantly curses on a lot of his stand-up comedy. Now, this movie, Man of the Year, is rated PG-13 because it has language, crude humor, sexual references throughout the movie, drug references, talking about drugs and everything, and it has 2 scenes of violence. Now, I liked 3 of his films. 2 of these films I grew up on, which are by Robin Williams, stars Robin Williams, which is Miss Doubtfire and, of course, Popeye the Sailor Man. And I also like one of his newer movies, RV. Pretty decent film, funny. Now, Robin Williams in this movie, and Man of the Year, stars as Tom Dobbs, a comedian who supposedly tells it like it is when speaking on issues about politics and problems with the United States of America. And what ends up happening is, at one of his comedy shows, Tom Dobbs, Robin Williams, at one of his comedy shows, this woman suggests that he run for president. So he ends up deciding, yeah, I can run for president. And he ends up having the support of his friend, Jack, played by Christopher Walken. And Tom Dobbs wins the vote. And when he wins this vote, he thinks, oh, I've done it, I've become president. Surprise, surprise. The movie ends up taking a shocking turn when this woman, a character in the movie, ends up finding out that there was a computer system glitch. And that basically messed up the voting system. Basically, a faulty system is what it is. So, when this woman tries to expose the truth, not only does she get fired by her boss, but her boss ends up sending a person to break in her home and shoot her up with heroin after knocking her out. Now, come on, really? You're going to show heroin use in a PG-13 film? You're going to show a woman getting knocked out and shot up with heroin and with other drugs in it? Come on, Hollywood. Really? This movie's PG-13. Okay, so what ends up happening is, after this happens, later on in the film, the woman basically meets Tom Dobbs and confronts him. And basically ends up eventually telling him that because of a computer glitch, he didn't really win the presidential election. Therefore, he is not the true president of the United States. So then Tom Dobbs is basically faced with a situation, basically either being honest or living in a lie. And he ends up choosing honesty. Now, this movie has a good moral, But, however, it is wrecked. The moral of being honest, the moral of honesty, is totally wrecked with a lot of sexual humor, a lot of language. It's ridiculous. The D word is used 2 times. The F-bomb is basically said once. The H word is used 8 times, and the SH word is used a whopping 14 times. The B word is used 1 time. The SL word, used to disrespect women, is used 1 time. The Lord's name is used in vain 7 times. And altogether, this movie has a total of 33 curse words all together. And a total of 54 sexual references. A total of 14 drug references used throughout the film. Now, I would give this film a B+ if it wasn't for all this stuff in it. It's really sad because I have to now give this movie a D- due to all that stuff in it. The moral of honesty being dragged in the mud in this movie is just ridiculous. Not only with the drug references and the sexual references, but the language as well is just awful. This movie uses, like I said, uses the Lord's name in vain 7 times. And then, there's a whole lot of tasteless jokes. Inappropriate jokes. Come on, Hollywood. Why wreck a movie with a great moral about being honest with all this foul language, sexual jokes, and drug references? Well, I guess that's the way Hollywood likes it. Ridiculous. People, this is Tim Withams speaking on movies that if you're a Christian you would not want to watch. Until next time, God bless, and hopefully join me on my next movie review. If you like, please subscribe or at least press the like button. God bless. Bye.